Welcome back to another video everyone. Today we are gonna take a look at another Q&A from the developers of Call of Dragons, the fifth one of this type. I have to say that I'm really curious what they want to tell us. So without further ado, let's get things started. So welcome to another developer Q&A. From the very beginning we've been committed to problem solving, improving territory management and making gameplay more enjoyable. We've been listening to feedback from players across the globe to ensure that any changes we make help to enrich your experience. In this developers Q&A we do like to explore some of the recent hot topics into the community and share our plans for addressing them. The first question: there are too many semi-protected passes on the Season 2 map. It feels like there is no real PvP action and this can make the season kind of boring. Will you be making changes to the map to fix this? This is a really good question. And yeah, Season 2 is boring. Very boring. The only PvP content starts for real from Zone 3, which is the Hydra Necro Zone. I don't consider statue fighting as real PvP. It's too restricted. You only can send a single legion at a time, which is obviously not real PvP. Their answer: our goal in designing the Season 2 map was ensuring that no alliance can immediately dominate PvP on a server straight out of the gate, which can make the rest of the season less fun. We added semi-protected passes and other terrain features to slow down the pace of PvP gameplay, but from the feedback we've received it would appear some details were overlooked, and this has made the Season 2 experience less enjoyable for some players. We apologize wholeheartedly for this oversight. We are currently looking into a solution for this issue. In Season 2 Plus and beyond, the map layout will be optimized in order to allow players to fight their heart's content. Okay, yes, I knew beforehand that they had good intentions in mind when they made so many semi-protected passes, but what's too much can be bad, and we have seen it in this season, in Season 2. But the Season 2 Plus layout, I have to say, I like it very much. The fighting starts from Zone 2, so we don't have to wait till Zone 3 to actually fight. Straight out, full fight in. Statues, I'm pretty sure will take a secondary role. I'm not even sure how it will work because not many people are happy with spending so many gems each time for teleports on statues, so it will be interesting to see. Now the next question. Right now combat is heavily limited by terrain. Are you planning to diversify the types of battlegrounds available? For example, allowing players to build bridges over rivers in order to fight? Okay, interesting question. This is a really good question. Let's see their answer. Currently, players can use blink or teleport artifacts or flying legions to cross terrain obstacles. However, we realize that access to those artifacts and unit types is limited, meaning that players cannot always employ the tactics that they would like to. We'll keep this in mind in the future as we consider ways to optimize unit types in combat and introduce new combat abilities. We'll be also looking into introducing new gameplay regarding terrain in future seasons. Well, blink or teleport artifacts or flying legions are not really... well, they are limited because let's say Tia with Aetius are not really able to deal a lot of damage unless you have like 20 people working together to deal damage. But I can say that access to those are limited. They are pretty easy to obtain, so I don't really understand their answer. So I'm really looking forward to more options when building, because at the moment if you get blocked at a choke point, the enemy is gonna put barricades and you will have no choice but to try and break through, even if it costs you a lot of troops in the hospital, because there is no other way around. It may be an interesting addition. Bridges, didn't think about that. The next questions. Barricades and Alliance towers are having significant impact on player experience. They take too long to tear down, wars between alliances are becoming a contest to see who can build and destroy buildings. Will you be introducing changes to this to counteract this? Very interesting. I'm gonna say I didn't really feel that it's becoming a contest of who can build and destroy buildings, because first you need to fight and send as many troops as you can from your enemy to the hospital, because they won't allow you to build and destroy without getting attacked. So first it comes fighting and then building and destroying. Well, let's see their answer. We design alliance buildings to allow more players to take part in alliance warfare by building barricades and alliance towers. At the same time, we hope that they would add more strategic depth and playability to combat. However, destroying buildings can take too long, and some players spend all their time building alliance buildings. We have made progress towards a solution to those issues, but since any changes we make will significantly affect other aspects of combat, we'll need more time to refine our plans. Additionally, we have plans to make alliance combat more interesting by introducing a number of new alliance buildings. It's true that it takes a good while to take down barricades and alliance towers. It's true. But if you have won a fight, it means that your enemy doesn't have any troops left to fight back, and you should be having no problem destroying everything they have laid down. But barricades are really insane. The amount of slow they provide deserves a nerf. Looking forward to see the new alliance buildings they are speaking about in Season 2 Plus, those turrets and spires. I feel that they are doing exactly the opposite of what they're saying they are planning to do. They are adding more buildings that need to be destroyed when they say they are gonna add a solution to those issues. So I don't know what is exactly their intention. Let's move to the next question. When I'm capturing war pets in the field, it's hard to search for high-level beasts. I often have to search around the map manually. Will you be improving the war pet search feature? Good question. The current map search feature includes an option to select the nearest capturable beast, allowing you to search for the war pet you desire. Some players have asked whether we will add abilities to search for beasts by level, like they can for Darkling, Petrus, and Dark Creatures. Following player suggestion, we have reduced the respawn rate of trolls in the 1.0.20 update, while increasing it significantly for beasts. This way you will be able to more easily find your desired war pet. We are currently formulating plans to improve the feature, so keep an eye out for future announcements. Yeah, I really like the fact that they basically eliminated the trolls from the map and only added increased respawn rates for pets. And now if you need to gather dust, you only need to kill the lower level pets that you don't need. And at the same time, if you kill them, maybe the pet that you need will spawn in their place. I really like this change, and if they are gonna improve this feature, all for the best. The next question. When war pets learn skills, they often randomly replace existing skills rather than being added to an empty skill slot. It feels like a waste of skill cards and exchange coins. Are you going to improve the randomized learning system for war pet skills? The best question this far. Let's see the answer. By randomizing war pet skills, we hope to create interesting skill combinations that make war pet's contribution to battle more diverse, adding an element of unpredictability to training and fighting with war pets. Currently, the randomized skill system imposes significant costs on players when we are looking into ways to improve the system and grant players greater control over skill grade. I have to say, this answer is a joke, a total joke. And I wonder what kind of person can give such an answer, because it's clear they don't really play the game. Otherwise, they would not be saying, we hope to create interesting skill combinations that make war pet's contribution to battle more diverse, adding an element of unpredictability to training and fighting with war pets. Look, I don't want to get a healing skill on a pet that is for damage dealing. It doesn't make any sense. And the new feature, for which you basically use low cost skill cards to unlock the skill slot of the pet, is worse than what we had previously. I even tried it myself today, and I had to spend like 20 skill cards, each worth 40 coins, so basically 800, to get to like 40% in unlocking the slot. Before, in around 10 skills worth 40 coins, I would have the next slot which I want to unlocked. So they basically more than doubled the cost of unlocking the next skill slot. I don't know what is their vision on improving the system, but it's clearly not the same vision we, the players, share. I really hope they do something to change this. Let's look at the next question. Following recent changes, the Frost Dragon is now far too difficult, even on the standard difficulty mode. Will you consider lowering the difficulty? This is a really good question. We, on our server, had to unite with everybody, get at least 25, I think it was, for the normal difficulty, to clear the dragon, which is a high number for some of the weaker servers. For the elite we had 30 T5s, with the tank 31. A lot. Let's see their answer. Behemoths were designed to make players unite and fight together in alliances in order to reap the rewards. In the future we are planning to introduce more fun and challenging gameplay mechanics to Behemoth combat for players to discover. We'll continue to gather data regarding players' experiences fighting the Frost Dragon and will make appropriate changes where necessary. A good enough answer. I really hope they improve this Frost Dragon, because it shouldn't need the entire server to clear a single behemoth. You as an alliance should be able to clear the behemoth alone if you want your kingdom versus kingdom. Let's move on to the next one. In PvP combat, heroes' AoE attacks can aggro PvE monster. Will you add the ability to disable AoE attacks or to choose whether they hit nearby monsters? I didn't expect this question, but it's a really good one. I want to see the answer to this. We are aware that the Darking Patrols and the Dark Creatures can be hit by AoE attacks, bringing them into combat. This can potentially unbalance fights and waste TP. We are currently looking into a solution for this issue and will be seeking player feedback. Please keep an eye out for future announcements. A good answer. I really want to see if they are going to improve this, because I lost a fair share of CP myself. Now, the next question. I like hearing about interesting developments on other servers. Will you add a way to observe fights on other servers without needing to make a character on that server? Okay, this would be really nice. Very nice, actually. Let's see. We realize that players are often keenly interested about what's happening on other servers, so we are currently developing a feature that will allow you to observe combat on other servers without having to switch to a different character. We are hoping to introduce it by the end of the year, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm serious about this, looking forward to this, because it will be a lot of fun to know what's going on the servers near you. Very nice. Very nice, I really hope to see it by the end of the year. There are too many junk messages in the world chat. People who aren't even Alliance members are posting spam and even verbally abusing other people. What are you doing to resolve this? Good question. Very good question. We've recently been made aware of increasing amounts of spam messages in the world chat, and we apologize for the effect this may have on players' experience. We are taking steps to remove and ban all of those obvious spam accounts. In the future, we are considering introducing limits to messages in the world chat in order to maintain an enjoyable in-game environment. In the meantime, we encourage our players to be vigilant and report inappropriate messages promptly. You know, I don't think this will solve anything. You can't really do much about the world chat. People are gonna be people at the end of the day. Let's see, maybe they will do something useful, but I doubt it, because there is not much they can do. That's all for our developers Q&A. If you have any questions or comments about what we have discussed or any other aspect of the game, feel free to get in touch via our official community pages or via support. Thank you for supporting Call of Dragons. Happy game. Call of Dragons team. Well, this was it. Thank you for watching. If you want more content of this type, like, leave a comment and subscribe.